It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard. He'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll try the middle with Lynch. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It's caught. Baldwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Able to find his target here, Largent. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. Play action. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. David Ajabo running in to take him down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. To throw is Wilson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 19. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Following the penalty, Lynch. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Lynch. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but well, the thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
I'll tell you what, partner, let me go nostalgic here for a moment. You just don't see fullbacks use as weapons like we're seeing right now. Just think about 20 years ago. You had guys like Mike Allstott, Tom Rathman, Moose Johnston in Dallas. Now, it's almost something you never see. Throwing it to the fullback and letting him make a big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jackson's going to keep it. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baldwin. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. They go play action with Wilson. Got a man, and it's Baldwin again. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. Again, Wilson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Up the middle, it's Lynch. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 3. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well,
yeah.
Right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Jackson now off the bootleg. A short throw caught by Andrews. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Jackson. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. This is taken at the 15. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Wilson now off the bootleg. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. An inside run with Lynch. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Largent. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. To the right side and complete to Largent. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. This is Fant on the short completion. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. And now here come the Ravens. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Let's go now, let's go.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now Jackson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
A ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Jackson, option right. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson going to run again. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Jackson. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
The tight end in motion right. They go play action now. Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down. From the pistol, they run with Lynch. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. The quick feet by... And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands, and guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Over the middle here to Brown. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle to Smith. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down, brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. They try again with Lou. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Rice. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. They start the drive with Lynch. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 77 yards rushing for him now to this point.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On 2nd down, Lynch. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Here's 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
Here's Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Lynch, left side. Wiggles free. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll run again with Lynch. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Able to find his target here, Largent. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now Wilson on first down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. To throw is Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Throw left side, going to be caught by Largent. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. To throw again is Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Seahawks put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Lewis. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Connecting with Andrews.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Let's have some fun.
Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here it is, 4th and inches. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw, got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick a win.
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. This one into the hands of Largent. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Wilson to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Wilson. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And out across midfield down to the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They go play action with Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Rice. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 36. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The pickup there, 5 yards.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take points off the board. That takes a win off the board.
So now you have to regroup because you've gone from celebrating what you think is a win to trying to figure out how to do it again and make it a win.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
On second down, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. And now third and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be, because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out at all.
Yeah, especially here in overtime. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Brown. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it.
Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long.